Hey guys, how's it going? Here's my quick review of Wo Long Fallen Dynasty and whether or not I think you should buy it. The combat is challenging but faster paced than your typical Souls-like, but the thing that sets this game apart from the rest is the morale rank. Both you and your enemies have a morale rank, which is essentially your character's level. As you defeat enemies, your rank increases, and the stronger the enemies that you defeat, the faster it goes up. If you're defeated though, your morale rank will actually go down. It adds a risk factor to your battles, similar to if you were carrying around souls in Dark Souls, but now you can't safeguard them by leveling up. It sort of reminds me of like a old school MMORPG where you grind and grind and grind just to make one mistake and lose some progress. While this may be appealing for me, I know a lot of people aren't too fond of heightened stakes in their gameplay. Additionally, you can also increase your morale rank by raising battle flags. Battle flags are your Wo Long bonfires which heal you, revive your enemies, etc. There are also marking flags, which are different from battle flags, but raise your fortitude rank. Your fortitude rank works as a baseline to your morale rank, meaning your morale rank can never be less than your fortitude rank, in turn protecting your morale rank from dropping too low. This is definitely an interesting way to position the leveling system in a game, and it really encourages the player to explore more. For a player who doesn't care for exploration, this will seem a tedious task, but for most of us, well, we embrace exploration in general, and we'll just find it extra rewarding. Originally I was comparing the game to more of a Sekiro experience, but I think the best way to describe the game would be to say that it's more of like if Nioh met Ninja Gaiden, which by the way are the two flagship games of Team Ninja, the developers of Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. Mind you, with a splash of Sekiro. Similar to Sekiro, a lot of players will find themselves weeding out the herd, with sneaky stealth kills and plunge attacks. And also like Sekiro, you'll find the majority of your defensive playstyle revolving around deflecting your enemy's attacks. Instead of Sekiro's posture, the game has a mechanic called Spirit, which works the same as posture. You deflect attacks, lowering the enemy's spirit until he becomes susceptible to a critical strike. A nice addition to the game is that literally anything can be deflected. Arrows, ground slams, magic, you name it, you can deflect it. With careful timing, of course. Getting the timing right doesn't feel overly difficult, but the feeling of a difficult combat experience still remains. Wo Long does have an arsenal of sidekicks that are generally optional, who can help you in the coming battles. Unfortunately for solo players, well, sometimes the game just doesn't give you a choice and forces a companion to your side. There are a total of 13 different melee weapon types ranging from polearms to dual swords. The stats vary among weapons and even include their own unique martial arts, which are powerful abilities that consume your spirit gauge. You can equip a maximum of 2 melee weapons to swap between at any given time. You actually have a deflect counter attack that not only deflects an attack, but also switches your weapon to your secondary in the same animation. The timing for this one can be pretty tricky, and it takes a decent amount of practice. The enemy types are vast, and some are quite large and intimidating. The animations are reasonable enough for timing your deflects, and you typically shouldn't feel like you're being ripped off by the game. Think Dark Souls 2, if you're wondering what I mean by that. Compared to FromSoft games, the story is a much more prominent part of the game, and if the Three Kingdoms era is something that you're interested in, then I'm sure you'll find it quite intriguing. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. For myself, this game is definitely a buy, but let me know in the comments below if you'll be picking it up as well. And don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Bye.